Okay, do you guys want to hear a crazy story? My friend who owns a hair salon out here was like, hey, my friend's gonna be in town. He's a celebrity psychic medium. He usually charges like 350 bucks, but like he'll just do one for you for free because he's a friend. I'm like, okay, whatever. I sit down with him at his little table. He's like, okay, cool, you know, we're getting to know each other. He's like, what would you like to know? I'm like, I don't know, tell me what you got. And then he goes, there's a few people here who want to talk to you. I'm like, oh god, here we go. There is someone here. He's young. He's standing here and he's telling me that it was a very tragic death, a very public one, so it was like an accident of some sort. And I'm like, the chances of someone knowing someone who died in an accident, pretty high, you know? He wants you to know that he had already died at the scene. It was a very quick death and he was he was already long gone. I'm like, okay. And the only thing I can think about was my cousin Simon. This was like the first big death in my life. He died at 19 years old because he got into a motorcycle accident. These two cars were racing and they clipped him. He flew off his bike and landed on top of another car. He was brain dead and eventually his family had to pull the plug. And then he goes, oh, and you wrote him a letter. And that's when my ears kind of like perked up and I just looked at him. He goes, yeah, you wrote him a letter after you died, or after he died, huh? I'm like, yes, because one day after school, after the funeral, I was still so distraught. I was only like 14 years old. I came home and I wrote a letter to him and I burned it because that's how Asian people get things to the afterlife. They burn things to the spirits in the afterlife. He wanted to let you know that he was standing next to you reading it as you were writing it, and I was like, what the f? And he goes, oh, he has a nickname for you. He's standing here laughing. They call you Little Piggy. I immediately started sobbing because Simon and his dad called me Little Piggy because in Cantonese, Jula means pig. It sounds like Gina, Jula, Gina. I had a full-on fucking breakdown. Like, even till this day, if I drive by a car accident on the freeway or something and I see there's a motorcycle on the ground, I lose my shit. Like, it sits very deep with me. I have PTSD from it. And that's when I was like, oh, this guy might be real. Like, this might be the real deal.